It's 8:54 p.m. Thursday, Thanksgiving, 11/26/2020 on the east coast of U.S. outside New York City. Doing this video, I don't know if this is like my last words here, sort of maybe a final video. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm here to do. My last video was about 2 weeks ago, and I've been thinking of, I've sat at the computer thinking of what to say several times, and I just couldn't say anything. I had nothing to say. So I never said anything until this moment. I've had a lot of inner conflicts during this time, not just during this time, but for the past months, really, of being, online, doing a few videos here and there. And so it's very fitting that I'm getting interrupted at what could be my last video at just a really inopportune, strange timing of this, okay? All I could say is the only thing that I've been trying to do with all these videos is to explain that Jesus himself is the all in all, everything there is about our salvation. We have nothing whatsoever to do with it. We have to have him in us. We have to be born of him, born of his spirit, born again, an inner conversion, and to be changed. That's all scriptural. And that's what salvation is. It's Jesus in us, the hope of glory. And I've used the term Gnostic in all along here to try to describe, the head knowledge and mind alone, belief in faith, of faith, that this has been made into. And as I always said, that Jesus is left out of the picture. He's nowhere to be found in all of this, really. And I think that the deception is so prevalent and deep-rooted. It's like a great veil exists over the ears and the eyes and the minds, and especially the hearts. That's been the result of all of this, and I'm pretty much at terms with it. Again, many conflicts, much thoughts have been going through me all this time. There's really many more things I could say and do, and talk about. And there really always has been, but at this point, I just have felt like I just don't have it in me. I just don't. I can't describe it. It's just my experience of having been on here for a long time, for I guess about 3 years, and all I've gone through. And I've liked very much being in the position that I have been in, and to be able to have had the opportunity to speak, to speak the gospel, to speak the truth in that regard. So whatever has happened, and I'm glad, I've had the chance to be on here. Whatever more does or doesn't happen beyond this point. So I don't know, and no one knows in a general sense, but I don't know if this is the last go around for me to be making videos. In case you don't know, I've gone on and off of YouTube, I think maybe 3 times. This might be the 4th. Similarly, where I just felt like I had to just stop and step out of it, not thinking I would be back again. But I had always returned, sometimes, well, many times after many months, maybe half a year went by or so. So this is really the only thing I feel in my heart to do, to come on here and say, and just be at peace about everything. And prophetically, it's very likely that within maybe a week or two that they're going to be coming out with having the ability, having the means, I don't even want to say the word, being online here. The shots, okay? The shots are coming, as hideous as it is, and all that it's going to entail. And again, it's here. Once more, it looks like in a week or two, this will be out throughout the whole country, and they'll be distributing it and starting this campaign of insanity. That's what it is. Twilight Zone. It really is. So, very likely that the rapture might be really very, very shortly here. So that's also, reason, or my thinking here about saying all these things about, this might be my last go around here, because it's very possible that Jesus will be here very, very momentarily. So all I could say is that we just have to wait, as this is being quickly rolled out, and the stage seems very much set here for the introduction of the mark. This definitely seems like the opening phase of things. And of course, believers alive now aren't going to be here when this mark is forced and rolls out. I think and hope, no matter what stage that may be at, or I should say also what parts there might be to all of this, stages of this coming about. But I think the point is that it's here, it's actually here, and literally within days this is going to commence, the start of this. I'm choosing my words here because, like everyone, the question is, is this the scene, the actual mark, or is this just the start of it? Just notice the word. I don't think there is really a qualification too much to that. So it seems sort of uncertain how this all will play out, but it seems that believers won't have to experience this, hopefully in any form or any stage. That's what I'm thinking, regardless of the idea, or thinking that whether it's mandatory or not, at what stage, that would come about, with the restrictions and the conditions and the enforcement of things as we head into this very quickly here. Also in light of the effects, of things, or I should say the effects of what's going to be given to people very shortly, because of this situation, this pandemic, supposedly, especially because it doesn't seem exactly clear what would constitute the mark and at what point that would be introduced, with this apparently a series of V-scenes, with the various components and components and capabilities of whatever can be considered the actual mark, if not itself, if not these initial parts here. Even the first part could be considered the actual mark, or sort of a precursor. But it can't really be viewed in that way either, because it's not a precursor, because it's actually a part of the whole process, the whole thing of everything, kit and caboodle. And it seems like the initial effects of what's within literally days or a couple of weeks of coming into effect here, that receiving that would be like irreversible, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know, I can't see believers being here for that, though there might be whatever time is left here in the interim as this commences and takes form here. We're about to see this come into being literally any moment. So an easy scenario or catalyst to the mark itself, whatever form that is coming to be, would be the rapture itself. That seems, to be one of the possibilities here, that sort of like the missing piece to the puzzle. And that's about all that can really be said at this point, in my opinion. There's other ingredients and aspects prophetically of everything happening, politics, finances, and so forth, food, all those things, war. So we'll just have to continue to just patiently wait and see how things come to pass and unfold, however little or much time might be remaining. And again, the caution is not to assume too much as far as speculating and date setting and things of that nature goes. So in conclusion, all I'm trying to say here is that it seems that we've reached the threshold of the appearance of the mark and the appearance of the AC that would usher this all in once the church is taken. And once more, one final time, it seems that the rapture would be the linchpin or the kickoff event, that would usher this all in once the church is taken, removed. So that's about the best I could do, and really the best that anyone can do in trying to decipher and figure out the timing of things. We just don't know. We have a very good idea now, and we're right at the edge, we're right at the threshold of this taking place. That's all that anyone can say. So a lot can happen, and it seems like a lot is ready to happen as we head toward the end of this year in so many different ways. Just have to wait and see how this goes. So however much time progresses and continues on into the future here, as far as all of this goes, as far as me, as far as I go, with continuing to do videos right now, I'm not. I just don't have it in me for many different reasons, and I'll just have to leave it at that, just like I've done in the past when I've made announcements like this. I just want to say too, I'm at total peace. I have no, preconditions. That's a good word. I have no preconditions about any of this, not of the past or what the future holds in any way for all of us, or like I'm saying here with me, whether I do any more videos, it's just not something I'm doing, not thinking about that right now. I shouldn't say I'm not thinking about it, because like I say, I've been having a lot of thoughts and personal conflicts and a lot of different things about all of this. But, the past is the past, as they say. The past is gone and the future is ahead, and you don't, necessarily look back. Although I'm glad to have been here once more in these periods that I've done videos like this through the years, on and off. To be honest, I do feel kind of bad for those who, enjoy listening to what I say and listen to the truth and speak the truth themselves, being a part of things. I'm not saying necessarily that I absolutely won't do any more videos, in the coming days here as we head into all of this. I don't know. Beyond the immediate future, we don't know how long this is going to prolong out into the future. Hopefully not very much longer. Could be very, very short here. But we don't know. We really don't. So in conclusion here, I don't know if or when I will be back. I just wanted to say a few words like this to not let things hang in the air, and explain things, and as I've gone over them here as we head into all of this. That's about it. That's about all I really have to say. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say. I just don't have anything else. I have to believe that the church will be taken at exactly the right time, despite all the workings of evil that we see plainly going on. And this will happen at any given moment. I guess all I could think to say is, till we meet again, all right? Till we meet again. Bye. Take care.